Hello everyone and welcome back to my playthrough of Half-Life Alyx without using a VR headset or motion controls. This time around I'm going to be playing the Quarantine Zone chapter. So, as you may have heard, the train stopped.
It stopped, didn't it?
Yeah, what happened?
It's jammed. When the Combine shut down the quarantine zone, they must have tightened security.
Right.
Which means?
Yeah, you're nowhere near Fairview Junction. You're just outside the
That's
QZ.
not good.
And this is as far as we get by train.
Then I'm headed on foot.
Good. I'll see if I can get you in some other way.
Okay, so here we go. We get started off in this chapter by the train getting stopped. And what we're going to see is a little crossfade. What I'm going to try and do is eliminate as much side exploring as possible, because that saves me time rendering the video and all that.
I've heard they've had trouble with barnacle spores outside the containment area, but not about fellas like this.
I'm not barnacles.
Probably not a one-off then.
I doubt it.
Okay, so I'll try to let you hear what Russell and Alyx are saying here. So I think I said in the previous part I like to press delete, which makes you scope in like this.
Would you look at that? Resin. And if there's resin around here, there should be a Combine fabricator. Keep an eye out. We might be able to upgrade your firepower a bit.
So instead of like aiming up into the sky and dropping items over my shoulder, I like to press delete so it scopes in, and it most of the time it allows you to pick up items. And I guess one thing I should have said in the previous part as well is I apologise if the audio sounds a bit weird, because at least for the first couple of chapters that I recorded, the audio was recorded at very, very low levels. Blame a 10th video on my Stream Archives channel that didn't quite record the way I wanted it to.
I think I can reroute this with my multi-tool.
You what?
It's a tool with multiple functions.
Alyx, that thing's incredible. You need an incredible brand name. Something that really sells it.
Who am I gonna sell it to?
The Combine's not going to be here forever. You're thinking about the future, Alyx.
Well, how about I call it the Alyx?
It's a little derivative of the Russells, but yeah, provisionally, sure. The Alyx.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Alyx.
So yeah, that's the multi-tool, the first puzzle with that. And all you got to do is redirect the blue to where you want it to go to. And that's an example of how to use the health kits in this game as well, which seems to inject like antlion grub goodness into you. That serves to heal you. So that's how we heal ourselves in the game. So at this point they introduce how to move heavy objects by using both of your hands. And I guess I could mention at this point as well that I accidentally took 10 screenshots while playing this the first time around. That took me about 21 hours to get through, and 7 of them were in the first couple of chapters. And one of the things that took me a really long time to figure out, which I'll demonstrate in a moment, is actually how to reload the pistol without VR, because you have to do like a certain button combination to get it to work. So I guess I can try and illustrate how to do it here, and I continue the point of I press the delete key to scope in, because that's the button that you use to scope in, and most of the time it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'll just get this bit of ammo on top of the crate here, and I think I'll reload around here. So I think what you have to do is press numpad 0 to empty the magazine out. Then you press and hold /, and then hold right shift. Then you let go of // by still holding shift. And then by pressing right click you can move your left hand about, and then it moves the magazine into position. So that's what you need to do to reload. So if I do a video where I give my opinions on Half-Life Alyx without VR, then that's definitely one of the things I'm going to criticise. And I'll try using the the trick about dropping the resin over your shoulder, and most of the time for me that doesn't work, but I guess that's what you're supposed to do.
You guys work together at Black Mesa, right?
Yeah, well, no. Tricky place to get a job at, actually. I interviewed at Black Mesa. They said try again in a year. I don't need to tell you what happened after that. Lucky break for me, really. Not a lot of survivors. Honestly, it's a miracle you and your dad got out of there.
So there's a bit of context to Russell. So apparently he tried to work at Black Mesa, but he was unsuccessful. And of course then the whole resonance cascade thing from Half-Life 1 happened, so I guess he was kind of thankful that he didn't get killed during the whole Black Mesa incident. And yeah, that's me just like shaking my head at the barnacles there. But this is what happens when you completely run out of ammo. It's the same process I said before, except that there's one last little step you gotta do to actually chamber a round into the pistol. And that is to press numpad delete, I think it is, or the numpad period button, and that chambers a round into the pistol. And I think that's me accidentally pressing another button that causes you to fire the pistol, so there's some accidental shots there. So once you get the hang of reloading in this, you're able to pull it off very consistently, and I think that's me pressing page down that lowers your height, so you sort of like shrink, and you can make yourself smaller or taller on demand. But there's another crossfade here, which is just cutting out me exploring the train car and all that. Again, unnecessary exploring, because I don't want this playthrough to go on for a million years, because I already got about 9 hours worth of gameplay as it is across the entire game. So I don't want to have to sit through all 9 hours of this and do a post commentary over the top of the gameplay, as it were. So that would just be awful for you to experience, and bad for me to actually sit through and render as well. So anytime I can save on the rendering point of view is actually much, very, very beneficial for me. So we can actually go into the porta posse here, and we get...
do you need a minute? Because, I could pause the thing.
I'm trying to close the door, but it's not working.
Just looking, Russ.
Yep, so finding some resin on the ground here, and looking into the bins as well, because that's the unique thing about Half-Life Alyx, is the ability to actually scavenge around and explore in environment objects. Just adds that extra sense of depth to the environment. And I was going to explore up there, but I thought, nah, there's probably nothing up there, so I'll just go straight to this hatch looking thing here that's blocking the way that we're supposed to go.
I take it the quarantine zone is behind this hatch?
Yeah, that's where they keep it.
I'll look around for a control panel to open it up.
So yeah, we're supposed to enter through this way. And there's another bit of resin in this wooden box here, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab that, and it's not doing what I want it to. There we go, that's what I wanted it to do. And then my hands just go red for no reason, so I don't know why that happened. But we got to get in through that little window there, and we do that by hopping on top of this little box here. And you can do the vaulting or the mounting or whatever by holding the space bar. So I'll cut out some more unnecessary exploration of this area, just because that helps me. There's another health kit on the wall there, and we have a combine console. So use the multi-tool to open it up.
Scrambled the circuit, but considering no one would be dumb enough to open the hatch, it shouldn't be too hard to put back.
And this is the first laser ball puzzle, one of many in the game. And the idea is you use the multi-tool to point a laser at the blue, and you move the blue points around, avoiding the red. If you touch the red, you fail. And it gets progressively harder, but I think the way I'll work it is I'll try and show you the new variations of those kind of laser puzzles when it's appropriate to do so.
It just hit me. I don't know anything about the quarantine zone.
Well, actually, the word quarantine comes from the Italian Quaranta Giorni, which means 40 days, the period that all ships were required to be isolated before crew could go ashore during the Black Death.
Alright. Cool.
And now you understand where the subtitle for this playthrough part comes from, hopefully, if I do it the way I want it to. So this is what we're supposed to do. I was using insert there to extend my hand's reach to grab the handle, put it down, and then we get the battery from the laser puzzle. So as I was saying about the laser puzzle was I'll show it when I feel it's necessary, and there's another transition there just because I failed trying to open up the hatches there. And the idea behind this little bit is you have to rotate these like ant lion grub things, I guess that's what they're supposed to be. in the right rate so they start glowing, and that activates the combine panel as it's supposed to. So it's very awkward to do without VR because you can't get the proper hand placement to move it the way you want to, and I didn't want to move the other one since that's in the correct position. So just a bit of a massive movement there to figure out where it is, and then just delicately moving it into position to, you know, get the correct solution, and this should open up the hatch and we can get into the quarantine zone. Alright, that's how we do it.
There we go, finally.
I'm gonna head in. How far is Fairview Junction?
You'll go through the old subway tunnels on your way to the train yard.
Have they started moving Dad yet?
I don't think so, which is good news because we've still got time.
Oh, that's great.
Or bad news because they've already killed him. And you don't need to move the corpse, you just bury it. Or burn it. Still there, Alyx?
Mm-hmm.
Good old Russ. Oh, what do we have here?
Russell, are you seeing this?
Whoa.
Alright. Here we go.
Strange. It's like Zen wildlife or Zen flora or whatever growing into the walls. It's the fungus. So I guess we just go through this door here, and I think there's another transition coming up because this is where I ended a recording session and started a new one. And I would say about this point that I would have a rule where it's the general crossfades if I'm editing stuff out, but I would have more fancy transitions when I die. But this is the exception because I was demonstrating how to use cells here, which stuff like syringes and the batteries and the antline grubs that go into the health kits can go into. And that was that took me a while to figure out how to do. And there's something spoopy going on around here somewhere, so just grab the ammo and then we can figure out what's going on here. But there's nothing really lying about, and if we look around the corner we have a zombie.
Yeah, that's the way we gotta go.
No shortcut?
Yeah, that is the shortcut.
Great shortcut. So we get introduced to the zombies here. Thankfully he's on the other side of a chain link fence and the gate. So I'm sorry mate, but I've got to put you down. Alright, so that is because I'm playing on story difficulty.
So you know, the Russells have a built-in display. Shows you resin, ammo, might come in handy.
Got it. Thanks.
And that's by pressing backspace, by the way, to figure out what health and that you have. And again, another crossfade to say that was exploring a train car, cutting out all the side exploring. So hope I don't have to keep mentioning that. But yeah, what I was saying, backspace shows your health and all that, and I'm playing on story difficulty, which means enemies are incredibly weak and it takes a lot for you to die. Though I do still die, trust me, you'll see that very soon in the playthrough. Or I fail a lot, or whatever the case might be. But yeah, that is going to explain why the enemies are weak and there's a lot of ammo, and I max out the ammo I guess for the pistol and that later on in the game, just because it takes very few shots to kill the enemies and there's just a lot of ammo lying around as it is. So this was a bit coming up that I didn't know you could actually do on my first playthrough. But as you see, we got these explosive canisters here, and what can happen is the barnacles can end up trying to eat them. And that was me pressing insert to extend my hands to just be safe about it. But that was me thinking, oh yeah, you can shoot the canisters while the barnacles are going to eat them. That was me being a bit more risky about it. But then, as you see, you don't even need to shoot the canisters. The barnacle tries to eat it and it blows the canister up and it dies. So that is quite helpful. So I do it around here as well. And I think, you know what, fuck that barnacle. Just weaken it up a little bit so when it blows up, it kills both of them. So that's great. And it dropped a little bit of resin as well, which is always helpful, because we'll be coming up to something interesting in a moment that will use the resin. that will be gathering at this time.
Yeah, be careful.
And there's more zombies out there. So, just gotta be careful, you know. So, what we're supposed to do is grab this pipe here and take it out of the door, because it's locking the door. And then use your hands to open the doors. So that's interesting to note in VR that you can actually do stuff like that. And oh god, damn zombies breaking into the train. No, come on, get out of there. Oh no, I'm out of ammo. No, did zombies come in? Come on, grab the ammo, come on. Okay, chamber around. Okay, there we go. Crisis averted. So I guess that would be better if this was actually live commentary as opposed to a post commentary, but could still try to add some enthusiasm into it, I guess you could say. So there's just ammo on a dead guy, there's some wooden planks here. So if we just get rid of the wooden planks, then we should be able to get out. And yeah, you can just like bash them around with your hands and they just break apart, so that's good. And you see the zombie's got a bit of green on his arm there. And if you hit it, then it causes like an explosion and it's enough to kill the zombie. So that's what I did there, is I knew that would cause massive damage, so I took the opportunity. And if we go through here, then we see the thing in front of us. Again, cut out some unnecessary exploration of the storage lockers there.
I think that's a combine fabricator. Put something in it. I want to see how this thing works.
Got it. Will it work on the Russells?
No, but it should fix up that pistol nicely. Good thing too, I gave you one of my lesser guns.
Thanks, Russell.
Well, you know, in case it doesn't make it back.
Tell you what, Russell. If I die, I owe you a gun.
You owe me a gun anyway. That wasn't a gift. That's my gun.
Alyx and Russell arguing over a pistol. But this is a combine fabricator, which uses resin for you to purchase gun upgrades that help you throughout the game. And I like these puzzles where you just move a blue ball into the right position in 3D space to essentially get all of the reds to go blue, and it unlocks it. Later variations of that puzzle are shit, let me tell you. I hate them because you have a rotating ball and it's just so fucking awkward to do, rotate and all that. And my screen's gone black again, so I apologise. I mentioned this in the first part, it's because this and I need to make sure I can move my mouse, otherwise it might screw up the audio. So I apologise if there's an audio fuck up there, that's my fault for not moving my mouse. But as you with the saw just there, you just put the gun in, you select the upgrade you want, which can be a bit awkward without VR, and then you grab your gun out and you get the upgrade that you want. So in my case I got a sight on the pistol, so it helps for highlighting enemy weak points. So for instance, there we go, highlighted the canister, and it will also highlight the head crab on the zombie there. So very helpful. And of course, as you progress through the game, you need more and more resin to get the better upgrades. So, and the zombie tried to fling a bag at me and I didn't take any damage from it. I thought I would have, but I didn't. So that happens as well. The zombies can, fling stuff at you. And that's another example of a zombie with a green spot on its arm, and I shot it and it killed the zombie instantly. And I don't know what I did there, but I actually flung a pistol magazine out of me, so Alyx can just spew out pistol magazines at will, apparently. But as you hear, there's someone banging around here, and it's echoing throughout the subway station. There's a zombie there, and then I think, oh, I'm going to shoot the canister. No, I'm not. I killed the zombie, so I wasted one bullet. Oh well, it is what it is. So if we go through this way, oh, there's another zombie back here. Just stay still and I'll take you out. And another situation where there's a pipe blocking the door. I try and open it and realise, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. And just get the door open. There we go. And nothing's going to happen here. You know, it's Half-Life Alyx, it's a walking simulator. Oh wait, no, there's a zombie. And yeah, there we go, just take him out really easily.
Thanks. For all your talk about what a lesser gun this is,
So there we go, another crossfade to indicate that I went down an area that I deem unimportant to actually see in this playthrough. And I guess I should say as well, that's probably supposed to, in my mind at least, get you to want to play this for yourself and see what is actually down there. But usually it's just stuff like ammo or resin and stuff like that. And I do play this very casually and try to go down every possible side path that I can to try and find everything that I can. So that is what I did with this playthrough at least. It's very, very leisurely playthrough. And as Russell said there was a head crab. Where'd the head crab go? Ah, it's not going to come up now, is it? It came up now. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
So,
Found it.
there's only one.
Probably only one of those.
Yeah, Russell, there's probably only one of those. You know, why would there just be more than one head crab in a situation like this? Come on. Obviously, there's just one. And I gotta like that resin. It just stayed in the crate as I flung it all over the place. But, I got it in the end. Oh god, there's another one. Damn it, game, there's only supposed to be one head crab there. Come on. So, up there we go. I successfully drop a pistol magazine by dropping it over my shoulder. There's another crossfade coming up here because there's a level transition. And I like the map as well. It kind of highlights in yellow the areas where you are throughout the playthrough. So you'll see more of that map go yellow as I get further in the game.
No. Radio silence since he got on the train.
Damn it.
Well, the good news is he's probably fine.
How do you know that?
Because they're taking him to Nova Prospect to torture him. That's the torture place. So they're hardly going to torture him before they get there. So he's fine. Logically speaking.
Yeah, using logic and understanding that Nova Prospect is a pretty bad place. As we know from Half-Life 2. We saw some of the heinous acts that take place there. But at least we have some comfort knowing that in Half-Life 2 we actually deal with that place and all is good in the future, but not right now in, I guess, the present. But I just somehow knew there was a resin underneath that bucket and the bucket didn't move, so good physics. And again, I could take some more gameplay where I explore a side room and all that good stuff. But if we turn around the corner, then what we should see is an eye. Illuminati confirmed. Yeah.
Russell, are you seeing this?
Possibly. Are you seeing floating garbage?
It looks like it's just cardboard.
Right. Well, seems harmless.
Yeah. Weird though.
Yeah, strange that there's just some floating cardboard by this green energy. And it is in the shape of a eye as well, looking at a door, I guess. And when you go near it, it just dissipates. Strange, isn't it? And there's a head crab on a stick as well. I guess that's the equivalent of a head on a stick as a warning. But I really like the environments in this game. The graphics look really good for Source 2.
What's that?
Something over here. Let's take a look. But first off, if we open this like cage up, then maybe this will help us out with what to do here.
Whoa. More floating cardboard.
I wonder what that floating cardboard is supposed to represent, but as you can see here...
Wait, that one's Black Mesa.
Somebody spent a lot of time on this.
says the Nihilanth enslaving the Vortigons.
Pictures of Vortigons.
Of course, Alyx wouldn't know about this because this was all Half-Life 1 stuff. But I guess it's supposed to depict imagery of, you know, the invasion of Earth and the Nihilanth enslaving the Vortigons and Gordon Freeman travelling through to Zen, and that's obviously the top of the Citadel with a crowbar indicating that Gordon Freeman's going to do something, because that's the way the Vortigons work, and there's like alien controllers there as well, and I guess those are the tentacle monsters and hound eyes as well we saw. So definitely a lot of throwback to Half-Life 1, but also possible spoiler territory for Half-Life 2 there. But as we see, the cardboard is actually an eye, giving us the solution to this 4x4 square here that we have to input 2 buttons in order to get access to where we're supposed to get to. So it's this one, which is to the left of the top right, and one which is next to the bottom left, I believe it is. And I'll just poke it with my pistol because that's how I roll. So that's how you do that. Again, I didn't know how to do this on my first playthrough, so I actually had to look it up. But just like the laser puzzle, actually, with the ball, I didn't actually know how to do that. I thought you had to grab the ball and take it to the battery, and it didn't work. Oh, and there we go. We get a warning from Overwatch.
Alyx, you alright? What's wrong?
I'm fine, Russell. What's up?
I'm losing your signal. Alyx? Alyx? If you can still hear me, keep heading in the same direction and try to get above ground.
Russell? Russell?
Ah dear, the signal's gone. We lost Russell. That's because there's nothing coming up, trust me. But yeah, I was going to say about the laser puzzle. The first one, we have to point the multi-tool at it and drag the blue around on the surface of the ball. Okay, this is freaky. But yeah, I had to look up how to do that because I didn't know how to do it initially. And that puzzle just there. If we ring this fire alarm here, I wonder who we're going to see. Oh, it's Mr. Vortigaunt. How you doing?
Alyx fans, you received my messages.
I did?
Come, enter.
Okay.
So I'll try and stay quiet for this because it is like a cutscene. So I said I'll stay quiet.
What's the Vortigaunt doing here?
Ouch.
Right, but I mean in general.
Disgusting.
I have a brain injury.
Oh, I'm sorry to...
My brain is injured.
That's terrible, and I hope... Look, I'm actually pretty busy looking for my father.
I wonder who that is.
Eli
Vance. Yes.
The Combine have him, and I really do need to get moving.
The Combine. Yes. Do not go yet. I must show you something.
Look, I appreciate it.
This way.
I can't stick around.
It is important.
I know, I'm sure it is.
The Alyx Vance must go this way. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh.
There we go. I like how the headcrabs behind you are scared. I don't think I'll show it, but they're like trembling in fear. As they should be. That's not good.
Like the Eli man. The Alyx Vance will free them.
I would help. I really would, but the Alyx Vance is honestly very busy saving her dad.
You will not save him. He is dead.
What?
Or he will be.
Is or will be.
It is a matter of perspective. But Alyx Vance alone cannot prevent his fate.
Look, thank you for everything, but I really have to go. And I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for riddles.
No riddles. The Combine drilled here. I am severed from the vortessence. I am alone in my head.
Poor Vortigaunt.
I'm sorry. Look, if I can, if I run across your friends, I will see what I can do.
You have saved my kid.
I haven't.
Then you will.
Oh, totally.
Courage, Alyx Vance.
I guess that's Vortigaunt for... Go on. Go this way. That's what you're supposed to do. So we just go down here. And then if we go down this way...
I will help the Alyx Vance. Look to the northern star.
Why?
For guidance.
Okay, thanks. Are you done helping?
I am not. Here. Sustenance.
I'll eat it later. Thanks for the help.
You will be welcome.
Yep, just got a head crab for food, I guess. Nasty, disgusting head crab. Well, I see the end of the video is coming up, so I guess I'll have to say thank you for watching. I apologise for being quiet during that cutscene, but I don't want to spoil or interrupt the cutscene show, so to speak. And there's something weird that happens here where you can crouch through the wall and it goes all yellow. That's weird. That's going outside the map. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next part.